Hello. Hello everyone. I hope you guys are having an awesome and wonderful day, and I hope you're having so far a perfect weekend, and I hope you guys are really doing great. Please let me know if the audio is good and everything is good here, so we can start. Before we start in our today's subject, I'm trying. It's a new thing, and I'm just trying to make sure that all my stuff are working. Because of the new streaming thing that Amazon that YouTube has. So I just want to make sure you guys see me and everything is good. So please let me know if it's working and if you hear me well and all the setting is correct, and then we should be very good to go. Now we have today we have a very important subject, and it's a really nice subject. I think that's a lot of people needs to pay attention to before they get going, or they even start writing the listing, which is really important. And also we're going to tackle a lot of Q&A, which is I'm really excited about. We have a lot of questions that I would like to cover, and but before we get this, let's see the people that we have. We have Nancy. How you doing, Nancy? I hope you're doing well. We have Natalie, which is good morning, Natalie, and welcome to the group. Very happy to have you. And also Luzine, which is good morning. Yes, we do see you, Saad. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here on Saturday morning Eastern, which is very exciting, and thank you so much. I know a lot of you are actually already in vacation and enjoying the last weeks of summer before back to school, but I really thank you for being here. And also at the same time, guys, now summertime is the best time to prepare for Q4. I know it's too early. I know a lot of you are not thinking about it. A lot of you are thinking about the beach, about the sand, about the beautiful sun. But trust me, it's the time not to do it, which is we're working a lot of things right now for Q4. So you don't squeeze yourself with time, and making sure that you are ready for it, which is really important to do it right now. Today's subject is about the 5 things I really think that you guys need to do before you optimize or create your listing. If you're able to know those little things, which is actually big things, I think will be much easier for you to create your listing and to have more converting listing that's going to have high relevancy, that's going to have a better conversion, and also be more engaging, which is the most important thing in the listing. And the listing is the most important thing in your Amazon, and you really need to do the best to make it look the best, and to make sure that it's really engaging with people, and the consumer when looks at it, they know exactly what they're buying without assumptions, which is really important. And I always think about the listing is like what's called a display window for a store. It's gonna grab people attention. Whatever in display is gonna grab them to get into the store and start looking more into other items that within the product, or know more about the product, the feel, the touch, the quality, the features, and everything. So it's really important. I'm not talking about the keywords today. I'm just talking about how you prepare and how to make sure you think about these things, which is going to make yourself way easier and clear about your product, which is going to perform much better in PPC and indexing and everything that you want to do else. And I hope you guys really do very well with it, and you take this information and apply it in your business. And this is coming from a lot of experience and a lot of we wrote maybe hundreds and hundreds of listings. Thank you so much for the team. Thank you so much for Nancy, which is the head of the team. She's doing a great job. Nancy, you're amazing. I want to take the time to thank you. Thank for everything that you're doing for the community, and also what you're doing in the back end work, which is I really appreciate you, and it's never been forgotten. And thank you so much again and again. Natalia says, I hope you remember our names after you get your first million subscribers. You are an awesome guru. Thank you so much, Natalia. I appreciate it. Trust me, the people who stuck with me in the beginning, I never forget them. It's something that really you need to know your humble beginnings. You need to know your people who support in the beginning, because those are the people who are gonna spread the words. These are the people who are really going to make a difference in anybody's business. And always take care of your people, take care of the people who really support you from the beginning, because without them you mean nothing, and I understand that, and I will never forget it. And you guys are really special. The people who are really asking the questions, the Facebook group, the people who are really making sure they tune in when we are really small, and making sure to spread the word about all the information, and giving me encouraging words, encouraging comments and feedback, which is really helps me to do these things. And as you guys all know, I am no marketer. I know nothing about marketing. This is the first thing for me to do about YouTube or putting myself out there. It's always things that I used to do. It used to be in the back end. It's something that I used to behind the scenes, where I take care of a lot of clients, customers, coaching, and all this stuff. So this is new to me, and sometimes it look very awkward for me because I am not used to it. But trust me, I'm trying my best because I know the mission that we behind, which is we are supporting. It's really big. It's going to make a lot of big difference in people's lives. And the most important is not only selling and creating a business, it's about how you deliver the information in full transparency, honesty, and dignity, which is the most important thing, without just looking at the money or monetary value behind it. It's more about treating people, and if you take care of the people, people will take care of you, and the money is going to come regardless. It's the same thing with Amazon. If you start with your business right now and you put your effort in it, later on it's going to pay up, and money will come no matter what. And if you're, I know we're going on tangent, and thank you, Natalie. If you keep thinking about money, you will never have it. You need to think about bigger goals, and we have a bigger goals with the best work ethics. Slowly you will reach to your goal, and I'm very humbled. I'm very happy with what we have achieved so far with a very short period of time, not even 2-3 months. And we created a very nice community that's very engaging, and we are putting content that I think a lot of people are really appreciating, even if it's not reaching a lot of people because of the algorithm. But I know I'm putting the best content out there with the full transparency with you guys, without BSing you or no fluff, and that's the most important. So that's been said, Natalie, thank you so much, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone here, Luzine, Nancy, and everyone else in the community as well. I know a lot of you are gonna watch in the replay, so thank you so much, guys. Please, if you find this content is good, or the channel, please share it with other people. Like it, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, because really is gonna get us get our voice out there, which is really important for me and for everyone else who really wanted to start that business. So that's been said, guys. Let's talk about the five things that you need to work on and think of before even you start your listing. First is thinking about how you understand the keywords behavior, how the keywords work in the algorithm, how the algorithm reads them. These things are really important, because what inspired me to do all this is actually I got a private message from someone who's really dear, and he really had legitimate concerns that really made me think about this subject a lot, and make sure that you guys, beginners especially, and also a lot of advanced people, to understand how the keywords work in the title, or in the bullet points, or in the description, or in the back end, so you know how to write them better without repeating yourself, without beating yourself with the most related keyword that you really want to focus on, without putting that much emphasis on it. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share with you this little example that I think all of you by now know it. So just give me a second, guys, and let me see if you guys see it. So this is the air purifying bag that all of you know, and I want to make sure you guys see it. Let me see this one, for example, the bestseller, and let's talk about it a bit. Now, guys, look at this. We have bamboo charcoal air purifying bag. So that's the first tip. The first important thing to do is basically you have bamboo charcoal air purifying bag, natural air purifying bag, activated charcoal odor eliminator, car air purifier, closet freshener, home air purifier, odor eliminating charcoal bags. There's a lot of keywords here that you need to think about as a single keyword, which is very important. So if you have bamboo, if you have charcoal, if you have purifying, if you have a bag, if you have activator, if you have eliminator, if you have a closet, if you have home, if you have bags, all this stuff is actually Amazon. When someone types this keyword and involves any of those keywords and you're indexed for, you're gonna get picked up, because Amazon ought to select the keywords. Amazon makes sure that if you have those keywords, and with anybody, any customer, any buyer that types this specific keyword in any order, as long as you have the keywords in them, you will show up for it. So you see, that's very important. So preventing you from repeating yourself, preventing you from having charcoal air purifying bag for home, charcoal air purifying for closet, charcoal air purifying for your car, charcoal air purifying activated formula. You don't need to do that. Even if it shows up the most related keyword, or one of the most related keyword on the search bar. Like, you know, a lot of people, they come here to the bar, they put a keyword and then see what comes up here, and they say, oh, I need to do charcoal air purifying bag for large rooms, because the first thing comes up after I put my main keyword. It doesn't work this way. Yes, you will need to do this in your PPC, but doesn't mean that you need to stuff your title. You don't need to repeat keywords, because Amazon just count them for once. So that's very important. Now, if you want to have where it makes a big difference, it's in your PPC indexing. So in your PPC indexing, if you see yourself not converting, or you're not showing up for a specific keyword, let's say for example charcoal air purifying for car, which is, you know, maybe the 10 most related keyword after your main keywords, you'd be like, oh, I'm not showing up for it. Then you need to do a few things. It could be bids for sure, you're not bidding high. It could be that you're not indexed for it. So that's why go ahead and watch my other video about keyword indexing, which is really important. You need to understand it. Trust me, it's going to make your life easy. And after that, once you do all that, you will be able to move that keyword in your title if you want. If you really think that's the most converting keyword, you run your ad, the ad report, and you find the most converting keyword is a charcoal air purifying for car. Let's say for example, you make 10 sales out of it, and you say, hey, I need it, it's important because I'm converting more than any other related keyword with high search volume. Maybe you can go ahead and move it to your beginning of your title if needed, or you can put it in your bullet points, or you can have it in your backend. These are the most important 3 spots for your indexing if you're not showing up for a specific keyword, and you'll be able to target it. And also in PPC, a lot of keywords behave differently in showing up. So for example, depending on the match type, is it exact, is it phrase match, is it a broad match, is it automatic, is it ASIN targeting? Every keyword behaves differently. Even if you're showing up on the broad, you might not show up in the exact match or phrase match campaign. So do not blame the listing, or do not blame how the order of it. It's some keywords you're not going to show up for them, but if later on you start making sales, you will show up eventually for it, and you will be very happy with it. So that's really important. So first thing, make sure you have all the keywords, have them. Sometimes you will repeat them, but have them as one-time keyword, and Amazon will pick up the order of them. And always, as my other video I did about title, how to craft the best title. Have your product name the main keyword, then have features, and after the features, have anything else that you really want to talk about, made in the US or whatever it is you want to talk about. So this is very important, and I want to make sure you guys understand it, and do not choke yourself just because, hey, this is the most keyword. Now, let me go back to my face, and let's talk about the second part. The second thing, you need to search your top competitors and choose the best category and subcategory for your product. This is very important. So before you do anything, make sure you go to your top competitors, look at their subcategory, look at their category, and see what's the most relevant keyword, relevant category for that specific product. So you know what? I actually made a mistake. Let me go back and show you how you do that here. So as you see, guys, we have it in here, and if I look down on the listing, you will see here the category. So the main category, they are in home and kitchen. Second category is home, charcoal, air purifiers. So home, kitchen, subcategory of home, charcoal, air purifying, and then they're also in another subcategory, which is automotive interior accessories, which is really important. And it's really important for you to see which one is the most. So now you're gonna tell me, Sad, but you're telling me one subcategory, but this guy has two categories. What I'm gonna do? Search the top 5, search the first, second, third, fourth, fifth top positions, and see where they are in similar, like what they have in common. I will almost guarantee you they will have all home and kitchen and home, charcoal, air purifiers as the first, or automotive interior accessories, which is, I don't think so, but I think it's more home, charcoal, air purifiers. But now, why this guy has multiple subcategories? Because Amazon index him. They saying, hey, he's making a lot of sales on automotive interior accessories, so why not me put him also another subcategory, so he become relevant, and if he has relevancy and if people are buying in this category, so he's well known to be, or well qualified to be in both categories, which is really important. Now, why you need to do that? One of them is for better indexing. If Amazon sees you are this keywords, you show up for it and getting clicks, whatever, is gonna have indexing better. Amazon knows that, hey, you're selling air purifier bag. If you're in, let's say, in beauty, it doesn't make sense. So then you're not gonna get indexed for it. That's another way from if you're not getting indexed, because the keyword that you put in, it's a different category that Amazon doesn't want you to show up for it. So for air purifying bag and you're in groceries, they don't want to show it. That's the mapping that they do for the catalog to make sure that people, the customers or consumers, are not getting a lot of unrelated keywords or unrelated products, sorry, to the specific category. So that's why you might not get indexed at all for a specific category in a specific keyword, because of the category that you, unfit category that you're in. Okay, that's one. Second, relevancy, which is the most important, guys. Relevancy, it's, if you want to rank, you need to be relevant after indexing. So if they see Amazon that, hey, your product, you show up in this specific category and you're making sales, that means you have high relevancy. High relevancy mean high conversion. High conversion means more money, making more money for Amazon. That means high relevancy. That means they want to show you up and make sure that you stay on the top or in the top searches for that specific keyword. So for high relevancy, if you have category and a keyword, they give you high relevancy. Now, the third thing was good for it, for choosing a category, is going to be for PPC performance. If you have a keyword that in the right category, you're in the right category and you have the good keyword and you're being indexed, you're going to perform better in PPC, which is really important. That's why if you do that, you will see your PPC perform better. You will be able to show up better. Your campaigns are going to have more impressions because you're in the right category of a product. And this is very, 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 very important. So choose the right category, choose your top 5 competitors, and make sure you're choosing the best product possible. Now, the number three, you need to define your audience and demographic and interest. So it's very important. Before, a lot of us just think about the product differentiation. They forget what's this product is doing, what kind of problem is solving, and who am I selling it to? Because in your listing, you want to speak to those people. You want to make sure you touch on their emotions. You want to make sure if they look at this, they see themselves buying this product, they see themselves they're doing this specific activity, which is really, really important. So for example, if you see this guy, okay, you need to think about the age. You need to think about the sex. You need to think about the interest of that someone. If that happens and you will be able to think about it, you will do much better in the writing of the listing and also into the images. You see that? Very important. Now look at this guy. Hey, you can have the charcoal bag in your sports when you go to the gym, in the gym bag. Wow, that's amazing. So me, I'm thinking about myself. If I go to the gym, or I started going to the gym, okay, I'll be like, hey, oh, that's something I can do so I can eliminate the stink out of my gym bag, which is really important. Keep everything fresh, leave it there, so the day after I can get my shoes and still no smelly, no nothing, my bag still stays fresh. Awesome. The second thing, okay, Here, oh wow, I can imagine myself, I have a lot of, maybe a lot of onions, like here, look, it's very important, onions, pickles, salsa, milk, stuff like that, and be like, hey, I can imagine myself putting this product into my fridge to make sure that I eliminate any odor in my fridge and make my product last longer, like my fridge last longer without any smell, without using baking powder or whatever, something like that, which is really helps you to think about it. So if you know who's your demographic, who are your clients, who your audience is, people who go to the gym, people who have homes, who have fridges, who wants to keep your stuff well. And also here, look what he did. Pet. He touched on pets. He was like, hey, this is also good to eliminate the pet odor or your dog odor. When it's there, you'll be able to have this so you can enjoy a better time with your dog. Look, he's in bed. He has here a hand with someone I feel sleeping, and then the dog sleeping next to them, something very cute, and then having the bag next to it, which is really good that you're enjoying a sleepful night, very restful night with your dog next to you and without any odor, which is really, really important. So the third one, define your audience, demographic, their interest, so you'll be able to target them. You can speak to them, which is really, really important. You need to speak to your listing has to speak to those people so you can tap their emotions, which is really important. So with the third one, why I'm saying all this also is going to help you to do your listing. You can be able to do your bullet points. You can speak maybe here on the title, like, hey, closet, air purifying, car for home, all the stuff that they use, your images, your bullet points. And fourthly, most important, why this is important to define them, because when you have in the back end and you fill all the empty spots that you have, hey, audience, subject matter, who's your interest, who are audience, everyone, you can fill up that. And you need to fill everything in your listing, guys. Believe me, if you know the answers to this before you write your listing or creating or optimizing a listing, even if you have your listing and you want to optimize it, let's say, it's going to make it easier for you to fill up all this empty spaces. And trust me, Amazon loves it. If you have a listing that's complete, that you say, hey, this is a product is good from age to 7 to 15. So if someone types, hey, I need a product that for a perfect gift for toddlers or from age 7 to 10 gifts, hey, you can show up for it. So you need to fill up everything you can in your listing to have a better indexing, better relevancy. Amazon shows you better for it, and you'll be the most optimized for that specific product. Number four, what you need to do, know your price. Know your pre-launch and post-launch price. So this is very important, guys. So if I come here and I see this guy selling at $19.95, and let's say, for example, let me go back. I want you to really, guys, pay attention to what I'm saying right now, and I hope you guys really you benefit a lot. I know I'm getting into many things here, but you guys are here. Let me give you extra stuff, right? So why not? So let's say I'm running my Viral Launch or Jungle Scout, whatever you guys use. Just use what's within your budget. Any tool that's within your budget, anything you're comfortable with, whatever you're accustomed to. Because, like, for example, Jungle Scout was a long time. People are really familiar with how everything's set up. They can see everything better. That's the big adjustment that I did when I went from Jungle Scout to Viral Launch and validating, is to see everything, how they're being categorized, how the columns are being. So do that. And also I have a coupon 15% down there for Amazon FBA Giants, guys, for you. If you guys want to use it as affiliate link. So do not, I'm not telling you it's, I'm not getting anything out of it. Yes, there's something. You'll buy me a little cup of coffee, but it really doesn't matter. If you have it, just use whatever you have. Now, look at this, guys. This specific thing, the specific tool that I use within that, which is important, instead of going through all of them, I just come here to detail statistics and see what the average price. So if I want to compete in the top 5 positions or top 5 positions, okay, or top 10 positions, okay. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit for you guys, because I have a big screen. Everything shows big here, but you guys are maybe suffering. So let's say top 5 listing, top 10 listing page number 1. So if you look here, the top 5 is very competitive at $18.57. Top 10 listing at 20, so it gets higher. And then if you go to the first page, it goes up to $25.90. Now, if I want to be in top 5 or top 10, I need to be between $18.50 to $20, $21. I'm not telling you you're not going to be able to go more. Yes, you can if your product differentiated well, which is another thing I just did last week, which is differentiation. Look at it. Trust me, I gave you the best tips how to differentiate like a seasoned seller. Trust me, it's really good. I'm going to put it in the card as well. But you need to know this. Why is that going to help you? If you know what's your price is, you know how to list it in your listing, and you know how you're going to rank for it. And that's very important. If I get the product and I want to compete, I cannot come up and rank or even think about my listing of putting at $20 or $25 when I know people are competing at $18.50, which is very hard for you to compete when you have no reviews or you have nothing of social proof that's back you up. So you need to know your price. You need to know your price, guys, for your listing. So you have the offer in the back end, and you'll be able to fill up that specific thing, and also have a price strategy. I showed you how you guys can do it. So even if you want to sell a product at $20, let's say that's the price you want, you can do a sale price for $3 or use a coupon for $3 off, and you'll be able to move the products. And think about that a lot to see how your product is going to convert with that $3 or not, and that's very important. And this is things that, guys, I do all the time, like with my clients, with my products. I always think about this ahead of time, even before I even search my product. I think about those things because I want to know everything I do with my launch, with my images, with my differentiation, with my copyright, with my Facebook ads, with my giveaway page, with my landing page. I think of those things to make sure when I'm ready, I know what to do. Boom, 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 boom. I want this, and I'll be able to have everything ready, which is really important. Number 5 and last. It must be there's a lot of things, other things out there, but these are the 5. So the 5th one is know your top 3 to 5 keywords. Know them by heart. So if I come in without you even knowing, hey, what's your 3 to 5 keywords, the most related keyword? You know exactly what it is. Hey, air purifying bag, charcoal air purifying bag for home, air purifying bag for this. You need to know them. It's the same thing that I did with product research when I said, hey, do 3 to 5 keywords. Why? You need to know them, because if you know them, you need to create the listing around those most important related keywords, the 5 of them with the highest search volume, and you'll be able to write a listing that has the most keywords, related keyword that can index and can convert, and also you will be able to show up for those keywords in a different order, or in different long tail, short tail keyword. For those who doesn't know short tail, long tail keyword, anything that's with 2 keywords, 2 words. So purifying bag, that's a short tail keyword. Long tail keyword, it's anything more than 2 words. Air purifying bag or chocolate air purifying bag, that's a long tail keyword, more targeted. Okay, and that's how you'll be able to find within those little keywords that you put them there with the words of defining 3 to 5 keywords. You will find out exactly. You will show up for more related keyword, and also you know exactly what you're targeting, so you can repeat those keywords in your bullet points, in your not repeat, but you know what I mean, having them multiple times in your title, backend. I wouldn't do it if I mean any keyword that I have in my title or bullet points and backend, I don't need to have repetition. Please do not repeat, please. Okay, unless you really have to make sense of it. Okay, now, so these are the 5 tips. So let me just go over them again. One of them, I want to show you how the keywords behave, so you know how to do the best thing, how to craft your title well by knowing how auto selection works. Number 2, search the top competitors to find the best categories and subcategories. Number 3, define your audience, interest, and demographics, and know your price of your product for pre and post launch. And number 5 is know your top 3 to 5 keywords to make sure you are converting for them, and to make sure these keywords these words are in your title, bullet points, and backend. All right, let me go back to my face and let's see what you guys questions that you have, so we can tackle them and make sure you guys are really understanding everything that I do here. All right. I'm still trying to get used to this new platform, honestly. So I know Natalie has a question. I'm coming now. I'm coming. I'm just making sure I have you guys here. All right. Let's see. So Natalie says. What she says, Natalie? Come on. Okay. Natalie says where these 3 to 5 keywords should be placed, title, description only. Now, a good question. 3 to 5 keywords. What I want to make sure that you guys have those words. They need to be in the title, bullet points, and backend, but do not repeat them. Okay, do not have repetition. So you don't need to also to have them in the exact order. So if you have the most important keyword is air purifying bag, chocolate air purifying bag, chocolate air purifying bag for home, you don't need to have them 3 of them like next to each other. That's why I did this video, to make sure that you guys have the words within those words within your title. So you take them, you can take those keywords, put them in your word frequency counter, and you'll be able to find the single words and add them to your launch, add them to your title. I also made a video, Natalie, about how to craft your best title, and almost basically tells you exactly how to craft it from A to Z, which is really gonna help you. Go ahead and watch it. It's a very short video, and you will be able to find almost 99% of the keywords that related to your product. So I hope that's really helpful. All right. If any question, guys, just leave them. I'll get back to them. By the meantime, I want to see. I have some question here that I really want to tackle and make sure you guys are really benefiting from that, and get those people who are in our group their answers being their questions being answered. Guys, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and join our free Facebook group. It's very engaging. It's a very active group, really helping each other. So please do there, and I'm always there active, answering all your questions to make sure you guys are really having the full picture or the full answer. Glenn says, I have a listing that's not in adult category but could not rank for adult keyword. I put this word in my listing, then it was flagged as an adult product. I have to delete the listing, then start again. My question is there any place in the backend where I can safely put adult keyword without having my listing flagged as an adult product? Thank you so much. Very good question. The things you need to make sure about, Glenn, is there's a lot of keywords are actually gated on Amazon. So if I'm, how can I say that in in YouTube? Anything with adult pleasing equipment. I don't know, any adult pleasing equipment. There's a lot of words that you cannot get index for them, or you won't even show up for them at all, because Amazon is basically delete them from their dictionary. They don't exist. So the safest thing you can do is the backend. As I was saying, guys, you can put them in the backend, but I'm not sure it's going to show up, honestly. Especially adult equipment is really hard I mean, you cannot do PPC for them, or advertising, marketing through Amazon. You cannot do any Facebook ads. It's really tricky, but you can do them in the backend. Maybe leave them in the backend, leave them in the subject matter, in the audience, have them there, and check my video for indexing. All the keywords in the backend that I covered that really make sure if you put those keywords, you'll be indexed. So you will put them, wait 6 hours or 8 hours, or even up to 24 hours, and go to the indexing tool and see if you're being indexed for those keywords, and see if you really being showing up for these. The other thing, for prohibited products, you can actually run PPC for them and see if anything comes back, and that's the only way you can do it, Glenn. A second question says, hey Giants, I do have a question about brand registry. Do I need to register my logo with a trademark before I do brand registry on Amazon? And is there any different process for private label to do brand registry on Amazon? Many thanks. Okay, brand registry, guys, is basically it's a program that Amazon has. For those who doesn't know or who don't know, is a program that Amazon have to protect brands from hijackers or from any negative, you can track negative reviews, or you have more capability of PPC marketing. You'll be able to do head search ads. You can do, you can actually have a dashboard where you can track anything that's not regular to your listing. If you get hijackers, you'll be able to kick them out very easily. You can enroll yourself into the transparency program, all this stuff, or Project Zero also. So brand registry has a lot of stuff that you can qualify for that other people cannot. Now, to qualify for brand registry, you need to make sure that you have a trademark. Now, this question was loaded, even that's very small. Now, a trademark, it comes in three forms, guys. One of them, trademark, is the name. So Nike, that's a trademark. So you can go ahead and trademark your brand name. Second kind of trademark is the logo, which is the swoosh. Okay, and the third one is basically a slogan. What's the slogan for Nike again, guys? You can do it, or something like that. Okay, so that's the third one. So these are the three things that you can trademark, and also you can trademark a color, like Starbucks. They can trademark their color, like the color of the logo, the green. They can trademark it as well. Now, as a brand registered, you need to trademark the brand name. No logo, nothing else. You just need the name. If you want to do that later on, yes, you can do it. But for now, only do your name. Okay, and that's what's maybe 99% of people what they do. It's 99% they do the name. But if you get bigger and you get multi-million-dollar company or even billion-dollar company, you can go ahead and look for the other things that you really want. Now, a brand registry, you need a trademark in the US. That's what they actually, just do it. That's exactly what Natalie wanted to do. Just do it. How? You know what? That's very disgrace from me. I'm a huge fan of Nike, and I collect a lot of shoes from Jordan, and I don't even know just do it for Nike. That's disgrace. I'm sorry. You know what? One day I'm going to show you the collection that I have in Jordans. I don't know why I have them. They're still in the boxes. I don't even wear them. But hey, it's expensive habit, I guess. So now let's get back again to trademark. What Amazon says, only they need a US trademark. Okay, if you have a US trademark, you will be able to qualify for brand registry. Now, I have been seeing and hearing a lot of people that are actually applying for brand registry in Mexico and the UK, and is being accepted with Amazon, which is really good thing for us. Why is that? Because the time frame of getting accepted in the UK and Mexico is much lower. A lot of people are getting from 2 to 6 months acceptance with the trademark, which is really cool. So that's something, guys, you can look into. And I'm also asking a few questions about that myself. I'm just waiting for the right answer from few people that I emailed. So once I get the answer, I will let you know, guys. I'll give you an update because I have this brand. Yes, shame I haven't trademarked yet. I don't know how that happened. I get so busy, and then the other day my office was like, hey, we didn't do that. I was like, what? I forgot about it. So I will do that, especially for the new brand. And yes, I'm looking for UK and also Mexico, which is really good thing to do. Okay, and that's how you enroll. And I hope that answered your question, Tina. Number 3. PPC advertising, or do I move to Facebook ad? I have worked hard, but I want more, but don't have much to put in. That's a question that's really loaded, and I think a lot of people are getting into it without having the right mindset or budget. So you need, guys, to make sure. I never explore into other things without me first exploring what I know or what available to me. So for example, when I start product, I always focus myself on PPC first, make sure I do my PPC very well, and then I get optimized, I rank very well, even if using a launch service or whatever it is, I do that. If I want to use any outside traffic, like Facebook ads, I want to do anything else, I do it after when I'm done with everything. Then I start exploring in the Facebook ads. I can explore into ManyChat even more if I want it. But you cannot do everything at the same time, because one of them, you're not gonna, it's too much information to absorb. Secondly, if you have them all at the same time, is a very wrong split testing for your product. You wouldn't know exactly what brought the most sales. So you need to make sure you split test one at a time. Even if you use influencers, is the same thing. I will really make sure that I use it in a period that I have no deals going on, no Facebook ads, maybe a little regular PPC is okay, because you know the history of PPC. So I honestly, yes, you can do it, but there's another big skill that you need to learn for Facebook ad. And if it was that the case, and you really want to get into Facebook ads, you want to get into all that, I think is much better off to do a Shopify store, your own store, where you can get the traffic to your own website, and you can sell at a higher price. You'll be able to have a lot of advantages, collect their emails and all this stuff. So Facebook ad is complementary, but it's not going to be the main channel for your sales on Amazon. What's up, Naz? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. I hope everything is well with you. Another question says, I have a question whether to start on Amazon Business now because of the trade war between US and China. Oh my God, oh my God. And why I'm saying oh my God, because this question, it's really good, but it's scaring a lot of people about the US and China trade war. I know it's happening, but it's gonna happen, guys. If it happens, who cares? If it doesn't happen, it's good for us. You need to make sure, guys, please, make sure that do not get into all this stuff. Do not get into trade wars. I know it's going to affect your bottom line about how much you're going to source the product for. But at the end of the day, who's going to pay for it, do you think? You're going to pay for it? No, the market is going to adjust eventually. People who have old inventory that Amazon existing sell right now, if they go reorder again, they're gonna see all their they see the profit is getting smaller, so slowly they will raise the prices, and the market is gonna adjust. At the end of the day, the end consumer is gonna pay for it, and that's something you need to understand. And hey, listen, the stock market goes up, stock market go down. If you keep thinking about this thing, it's just gonna put the fear inside of your heart, and you're not gonna move forward with what you know best, and you're not gonna perform better with what you know. So please do not get into it. Trust me, this rabbit hole that I've been into, watching CNN, watching Fox, and seeing what's going on, they put the fear. What do you think the news is about? Breaking news is about giving you the bad news, because the bad news is spread faster than good news, right? So if you put yourself into that, you will never end. So just do it. And people who are scared, they don't have the business mind, and they don't know how the market works. I'm not saying I know how the market works, but I know the market will adjust. I know people, sellers, they're doing this business for profit margin. So the profit margin, they want to stick to it. They want to make sure it's good, because they have an overhead, maybe they have employees, they have virtual assistant, they have marketing, they have a lot of expenses. They want to make sure it's within the same profit margin without losing anything. So the consumer will pay for it, and the market will adjust. I know I went off tangent, but hey guys, I'm just trying to give you the answer. Now we have a question from Nas. Says, Sad, I got my business number from CRA. They asked me about my brand. I gave them my brand. My brand was noted by them. Is this considered as a kind of brand registry? No, CRA has nothing to do with it. CRA is basically IRS, but for Canada. No, it's not brand registry. No, noted by them. Is this considered? No, brand registry is different, guys. As I was speaking about, you need to register your brand. Forget about Canada. I don't think if Canada is going to be accepted, the brand, or I think it's too expensive to apply for a trademark in Canada, comparing to the US or UK or Mexico, which is, I'm still not sure, but the UK and Mexico, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it and cutting their lead time. But no, you have to apply for a trademark in the US, get approved for it. It's going to take 6 months to 12 months. Once you get accepted, you will get that paper to Amazon, and Amazon will enroll you in the brand registry, which is brand registry is a program within Amazon themselves. Has nothing to do with national program. It's only within Amazon because of the advantages that Amazon give you. Okay. I hope that made it clear, Naz. Another question, guys. If you have any question, please let us know, and I'll be able to help you. I have a few questions here more. It says, what's the best way to go about paying for your sample? I purchased it through Alibaba. Yes, the best way to do it is usually PayPal. A lot of them, maybe 90% of them, they will take PayPal, which is the safest way of doing it. If you get you pay for it, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be maybe from 50 to 100 bucks. Even if the product is very cheap for 7-8 bucks, you will still pay for it premium. So that's how you pay PayPal. You can do wire transfer if it's a small amount. I have done maybe wire transfer once or twice. It's not a big deal. It's 50 bucks. Hey, what happens? But everything went well for me. If you go to the Alibaba research that I have, how to source from Alibaba the right way, you will be able to vet your suppliers very well, and to make sure that you won't be cheated, even if they ask you for wire transfer if needed. Now, the other tip I'll give you for PayPal, guys, if you want to pay through PayPal, do not only pay from what's the balance in your PayPal. So if you have like 1,000 bucks, 500 to 200 bucks, whatever is the amount, do not pay from it. Attach your credit card to PayPal and pay through credit card. So that will be a double safety features that you're gonna have. So you have PayPal, pay through your credit card. So now how that's gonna help you if anything happens and you didn't get it, or was a scam, whatever, PayPal will pay you. Now, if PayPal didn't pay you and they didn't protect you, say, hey, we don't protect you for any reason, you have your credit card. You can go claim with your credit card and get your money almost 100%. So that's how you do it, the best way, the safest way. Yes, trade assurance is very important. Trade assurance is mostly for big orders, the biggest order. But yes, you can use trade assurance if you want. Trade assurance is basically Alibaba program called trade assurance, where you pay through them and they'll protect you from any transaction or money being transferred through that specific program, trade assurance, and you'll be able to get your money back as well. Very good input, Natalie. Now, Naz says, do I need to get trademark in the US? Oh yeah, you just answered this question. Wow. You just answered that question. Yes, I did. Yes, this question, yes, in the US, or as I said, UK or Mexico. I have brand registered in the US. Will that be recognized in Canada as well? No, a trade, I'm not, you see, when you say brand registered, I'm getting confused with you. If I have my brand registered in the US, will that be recognized in Canada? No, trademarks, it depends what kind of trademark you're doing. So a trademark could be internationally, or it could be on a country basis. Now, no, I wouldn't, that wouldn't happen, because if you have a trademark in the US, will protect you in the US only. If you have a trademark in the UK, will protect you only in the UK. If you have a trademark in Canada, will help you in Canada. If you do international, I think it's very, very expensive. A lawyer can do it, but will do trademark attorney will be able to do for all the countries, but that's almost, it's insane. The most important things you can do is going to be US. If you're selling in Canada, you can do it in Canada if you want. I think US is the most important. You can do Europe if you want it. And in China, you can do if you have really big volume and you don't want anybody to infringe on your product or your brand. You can do it, but you tell me, are you going to be better than Nike, Samsung, Apple, that always being their brand being infringed on Amazon in China? So I don't think so. So you can do it, but I think you really got jumping ahead. You're really thinking in a very scary way. Do not do that. Just do it now for the US. Make sure you get the brand registry perks. That's the most important from the whole trademark. And later on, once you get big, you'll be able to adjust, pivot, and you will be able to make better adjustments to your business. More sales you make, more money comes in. You'll be able to have more freedom to do the things that you really want of protection, liability insurance, and everything else that comes with it. What else we have? Yes, some borderless bank accounts also offer protection. Pioneer also. Yes, Nancy, you're right. You can do that as well. Pioneer, it's good and will help as well. So that's what I would do, Naz. This is exactly what I would do. Now, another question here I have says, how much would be the average cost of good photography for listing? Example, 3 on white, 2 on white, 2 infographic. Any recommendation? Thank you. Very, very, very good question. And look, usually the prices of an image infographic, it comes around 25 bucks. Okay, around 25 bucks per image. I think it's a good price to pay for. From 20 to 25 bucks, I think is very good. If they're really, really, really crazy, I don't know, they work in cinematic effect, stuff like that, maybe pay 30, but that's how much you pay for infographic. 20 to 25, even 15 sometimes, but the quality is not good. A lot of back and forth. I actually, when I pay extra, I'm paying more for the service and making sure that they have creativity to translate what I tell them. Okay. Lifestyle, usually lifestyle, if you do lifestyle with models, it's going to be expensive. It's going to be costing you $100. It could be 150, or you can do a package of $1,000 lifestyle pictures. But most of the products that we do, guys, we do infographic. I think it works very best. There's a lot of people, they do a very good job with Photoshop that you can do for very cheap. Now, if you do really lifestyle and you want really live kids or live people in it, it's going to cost money. But that's something you can do as you go if you don't have the budget for it. And 3 photos on white is cheap, $5, and Fiverr, they do it for $5 to remove the background. Or actually what I use now, which is I'm using now for YouTube, for YouTube to remove the background. What's called that? What's called? Let me see here. It's called remove background. You know, I'm just gonna remove .bg. So copy, and I'm gonna share it with you guys if you guys really want it. So this is the one that I use to remove backgrounds for free. I put my image, my beautiful face, and it actually takes everything out else, which is really easy. With a click of a button, you do it and you're done. Okay. Now is the time. Let's see what else we have. We have 2 more questions, I believe, and after that, here's done. But before that, we have Luzin says something. Listen, thank you so much actually for tuning in. I really appreciate you. You always being here all the time. You and Natalie and Naz and Nancy for sure. You guys awesome. Today we're missing Pernilla. I think she's enjoying the summer and the yoga. She's a big on that. We miss you, Pernilla, if you're not here. I know it's not a great idea to sell seasonal items, but do you encourage me to do as a wholesaler? Do you think it would help in our ways to get used an entire selling experience? Lizine, you're scaring me. You're scaring me, and I'll tell you why. I just before I came live, I actually was thinking of doing one thing. To actually how to prepare for Christmas and finding products that actually seasonal. So I'm gonna touch on seasonal products. Now, if you want, yes, you can touch on seasonal. I have a few friends who sell seasonal products and they make a lot of money on a specific season. And after that, they come to the next season and they just keep doing that. They find stuff for Christmas, Thanksgiving, summer products, winter products. They just launched them. They're less competitive. It doesn't have a lot of people because everyone who does private label, they want to look for the long term. They want to make sure that they're having a product that's not seasonal, even that every product is seasonal. But they will look for a product that at least 10 months that sells in the year. That's really going to help them for having consistent sales, but it's something that you can really do, but I wouldn't overdo it, especially if you're first time. I wouldn't order a lot of products. Like now is the best thing you can do. For example, if you want to do losing, that's your own decision, your own ownership. This is only an advice or my opinion. You can do something for Christmas. There's a few products in Christmas that you can really do. Do not go to the saturated ones. I actually last year I gave this product on Christmas for one of the clients. He wanted to make a quick buck, and actually within Christmas he was able to make over $10,000 only from that stupid product. really simple product that he did. Didn't need much for ranking. I think you should do it. I mean, if you do any seasonal, do it 2-3 months before the season comes, so you can rank the product. You'll be able to get reviews and be able to rank it at a lower, very low cost. And yes, they're good, and you will learn a lot. But losing, you're already learning all the stuff from a wholesale perspective. You know how to use the platform. You know how to do the listing, which is going to give you that retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, other alternatives, which makes you learn the platform much better as well. So I hope that was helpful, Luzin. What accounting software do you use to keep track of your inventory? Very good question. The top ones is going to be Xero. Okay, Xero is a very good software for you to use for accounting, but you need another software called A to Z. Okay, which will be able to make the communication from your Amazon seller to Xero. So Xero is the software that you'll have everything in it. It will show you the product, inventory, spending, everything. But now, how to translate the data that Amazon gives you to that specific software called Xero is by using a software in the middle called A to Z. Okay, so A to X. So basically from Amazon to Xero. Okay, that's another software you'll be able to do it. It costs more, is a little bit expensive, has more money, but if you're on a budget, there's other one you can use, which is called Seller Board. It's one that I use as well as Seller Board. It helps. It's very easy. It's a mobile friendly. You'll be able to see how many units you sold, and there's a tab where you actually download your Excel file that you can give to your accounting to do everything for you. Xero and A to Z is number one. It has a lot of capability, especially like us. I do consulting, I do coaching. It has a lot of freedom for me to add all this stuff. And if you want to use only for Amazon, you have Seller Board. There's a lot of things, guys. Other ones, just type Amazon accounting software for Amazon. You see so many of them. Seller Board I liked. Very convenient, $19 or $29, and also have Fetcher, which is another thing. Yes, Xero, it's with X, guys, with Xero, and the communication software that between them translate everything called A2X. Okay. My last question, but guys, if you have more questions, please, let's do it. Let's hop. Very good question here. It says, need advice. Amazon took my buy box away. How to get it back? My competitors sell 25 to 35 this item. My price is 28. I have 12 reviews, all 5 stars, and I have some sales and 150 units in stock and another 300 coming on the way. What should I do to get the buy box back? Thank you. First of all, I had a big, I think it was a live and Q&A that we did about buy box. It's going to help you a lot if you can watch that. It's about buy box, how the buy box works, how it behaves. But usually for private labels, which is private labelers, the thing that I see the most is basically when they run their launch service or they launch product and they want to rank for a specific product, they lower the price so low. When they do so low, like so low of a price. Okay, you actually, what do is $30 the product, they go ahead and do it for $20 because they want this big speed of sales. And once they run it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, Amazon registered this history, a sales history of $20 over this 3 weeks, whatever it is that you use. And then if you raise the price to $30, Amazon right away suppresses, like, hey, they're not converting as good anymore. They're not making the sales that we need anymore. So that means the price is too high, because comparing to their history, it doesn't make sense. So if you want to do that, you got to do it in incrementally. You can do from 20, let's say 21. Keep it for a few days, get more sales through that. Then 22, then 23, then 24. Depends on the increment that you want to do. Every time you raise, make sure you still have the buy box. If you lose the buy box, reduce it by 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, whatever it is, until you get the buy box. And keep doing that until you reach to your maximum price, because all what we're trying to do here to adjust our sales history or price sales history to make sure that that Amazon knows that at this price, even at a high, I'm able to accumulate sales and be able to convert on my listing, which is really, really, really important. Actually, a story. I had one of my clients I just had, and they actually they made 10 sales in 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. Okay, and they tried, it didn't happen. And what I did, they came with me on consultation, and I did everything for them. I did the PPC, we adjusted everything, the listing, everything. We did everything. Okay. And actually, we launched at $2 less than what she wants or he wants, and we were able to make 10 sales per day constantly with 0 reviews. 0 reviews, I promise you. I wish I had the permission from him or her to be able to share that, or to be able to do to share her experience. But hopefully, once we get her and him to reach the maximum sales, and they do very well, they can come here on the channel, and hopefully we'll be able to interview them, and they can say their experience of how things worked, how Amazon really helped them, and how they were able to get the sales that they want, which is really, really, really important. So with 0 reviews, guys, I'm telling you, there's so many opportunities out there on Amazon that really can make a lot of money, guys, and I really want you guys to focus, do your best, keep hustling right now. It's gonna work. I know sometimes I come off as, hey, this is not working, that's not this work, oh my god, what this other people teach. No, I know this, sometimes maybe there's some negative aspects that I bring, but I'm just trying to give you clarity. But if I didn't do that, you're not gonna have the right mindset, you're not gonna have the right expectations, and I want to make sure, guys, you succeed, and make sure you stick with it, because this business is profitable. You can make money if you do it the right way, and I want you to make money. I want you to do the right things. So please, don't get me wrong, make sure you stick to it. You will make money, I promise you. And I want you to hustle every day. I want you to think about new products, how you differentiate, how to launch, do everything, guys. I'm telling you, it's worth it. And that's why I'm doing this channel, to make sure you guys really get the right information from the right person, without no fluff, no BS, but still be able to do it, and have some freedom with you and your family. And then we think about other things, you know, if you want to buy the yacht or the new car or the new Ferrari, whatever it is. Another question, Naz, and then we're gonna call it a night, I guess. Another question said, got gated for toy, was asked for CPC and invoices, now made some skeleton listing. The ad product show I can list the product. I am waiting to send these products. What do you think? Can I get gated again once it's sent to the warehouse, because it isn't easy to return from the US to Canada? Also the frustration of being allowed to sell. This is something you cannot control, as Amazon controls. If you have a product, a lot of times, especially retail online arbitrage, you can get ungated for the product, and later on, after a few sales or whatever it is, you can get gated again, and you won't send this product again, or you will get gated for specific for the condition. So maybe we're able to sell new, but later on you cannot sell only used or as used or collectible, which happens a lot. I really, Naz, as I told you, I don't think if you're from Canada to sell things in the US, which is really, that's why, because of this hassle, if anything happens, it's very hard for you to get the products sent back to Canada. That means you need to have a prep center, you need to have a fulfillment center to take the products back, repackage them and send them back in a different ASIN or whatever you want to do. I really I don't want to go through that. I think you should hustle a little bit more, get the products within Canada, there's some money. Q4 is coming in Canada, which is actually, I'm going back to Canada in September 3rd or 4th. I don't know, I have to ask my wife, she knows more than I do. But when I know 3rd or 4th, I'm going back, and I'm gonna start sourcing for retail online arbitrage as well, just to show you a few things, and I have some business to handle. But Q4 is very, very beautiful in Canada, and for those who really want to sell in Canada, it's usually 10% of what you're gonna make in US. So if you're selling 10 units per day in US, you might sell only 1 unit per day in Canada, which is way lower sales velocity. But if you do it right, you can do things like getting, I'm going off tangent for my Canadian fellas, is to make sure find competitive niches in the US and bring them to Canada is much easier to do. Very easy, PPC, easy listing, easy competition. You'll be able to kill it. I haven't done it myself because I really focus in the US. I like challenging things, but that's something you can do if you really want to do well. So guys, I hope you guys really get a lot of benefit from it. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for asking your questions. Keep them coming. For those who are here, please give us a like. For those who are watching the replay, please subscribe. If you like the channel, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, so when I come and my face shows up, you'll be able to get the notification and be able to join us live. If you want to join our free Facebook group, Amazon FBA Giants, where you can join a community that's really true to themselves, true to each other, that really want to help each other. And I'm always there to help you guys and answering questions as much as I can. And thank you so much for tuning in, and take care, everybody.